How's it going, Steve?
Well, that was my chair. I feel like I feel like we need a chair sponsor. It's I don't know where to put my arms.
I
Chris,
know.
because they're too tall. But then if they don't, and it doesn't.
But yeah, you can bring them back.
But they don't go. Yeah, but then I'm just floating, flopping, and then I don't. Then so then for
that was a nice move, by the way.
For a few weeks, I did this, which was nice.
Yeah,
and that felt weird today. So I don't know.
Okay. Are you going to be okay?
I got first world problems, man.
I can see that, man.
So I'm going to use this table. This is good. I'm good.
You're good now.
I'm great.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you are.
I had breakfast with my friend.
Oh, that was a good breakfast.
It was. Was it?
Steak is good.
It wasn't actual steak.
It was actual steak.
Do you think it's a real?
I think it.
Do you think it's 100% meat?
On this, yeah, I think
omelet?
so. I think it's Denny's.
Do we care?
At this point?
No, it's
I
too
don't
late.
think so. It's too late
The damage
now.
is done.
We have like a podcast episode to shoot.
The damage is done. Well, let's shoot the episode then.
Let's do it, man. So, first, I'm going to pivot right away.
I think a good idea for the pivot is just to see me flipping and flopping a second ago.
Okay.
Via YouTube.
Yeah.
And while you're there,
Yeah.
whenever I watch videos, they're always like, hammer that like button. I find myself having trouble saying something like that.
Yeah.
But I think people could hammer the like button.
But
They could hammer the subscribe button.
I like when you say that.
Hammering a button is good.
I think it fits you well.
It's very aggressive.
I actually want to subscribe.
It's really aggressive.
I'm
The
good.
idea of hammering a
You just
subscribe
convinced me.
button.
There you go. Done.
That was a fake
I
hammer.
am subscribed to my own.
You faked that hammer.
Nobody knows.
I could.
You have no proof.
There's a video. I don't know if I'm outing somebody. I don't know. There's a video going around on Insta when you scroll. It's an ad, and it's a guy that has made like an invincible iPhone screen protector.
Okay.
And I actually liked it because it's so much fun to watch. But he's got the screen and he hits a normal screen with like an axe.
Sure.
He's like, look at it. And he holds it up. It's all shattered. And then he goes, but look at mine. And he just hammers on it. Holds it up. Not a mark. And the first comment is like, he's not hitting the phone. If you rewind, he's hitting right next to the phone with that thing every time. And it's like the most convincing video too. He's very sincere. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. You just did that with the subscribe button.
I'm that guy right now.
You're that guy.
There you go.
I like it.
I'm pretty sure it convinced a few people at least.
Anything else as part of the pivot? Or we?
I would say no. Yeah. Let's talk about our main sponsor, Audient. Audient.
We do
audio.
Yeah, we love Audient audio.
We love them a lot.
And they keep making more stuff. So
like
they
honestly,
get more stuff. And then,
for good sounding preamps on an interface,
yeah,
I would say they're probably the best out there.
I'm
not going to be afraid to say it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's not because they're sponsors.
They're fantastic.
It's because I actually use them myself.
That's how they became sponsors.
Yes. Because I was convinced first.
Yeah. And then I kept stealing all your stuff.
Yeah, I know. And at some point, it's like,
Until we asked them for more stuff. And they became
Steve
sponsors.
needs the stuff.
They became sponsors because we asked for stuff. It's good. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
they're
that.
great, man. They're great. like the ID48.
Yeah.
I have it on my drums. Okay. With the ASP.
ASP 880.
Dude.
I've been using that one.
That combo.
It's a
both
good combo.
both of those units working together is awesome, especially if you're a drummer. Oh, man.
And
great.
they're 8 channels each. And so if you do the math, which I've done.
Just
no,
a
no,
second.
No, you're doing fake math now. You did this. I saw you.
I do have a calculator.
8 times 2.
Okay. 8 times 2. Dude.
16 whole channels.
16. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm just going to do it again just in case because I'm not sure I did it right.
Because that's the kind of quality that we work with on this podcast.
And we're mixing music. Imagine. 16 channels, man.
16. Speaking of mixing music.
Yes.
This is a topic that just came up at breakfast. We had another topic planned for today, and then we started chatting about yesterday. And then it was like, let's just have this conversation in a few minutes on the podcast. And we just froze the conversation there. And the premise of the conversation is that on MCC, which is your online kind of subscription,
Yeah, the
knowledge-based
mixed down coaching community, yeah.
education-based thing that sometimes I pop onto.
Yes.
And one of the things that happens on that is every couple weeks, people submit mixes, and then you and somebody, sometimes you and me, have a listen to a batch of people's mixes while they're online, and we just give notes and thoughts. And so with that sometimes comes a mix challenge, which is where you provide a set of stems, a group of people mix the same song, submit it, and then the community talks about what they hear and like and what could be better and so on. And
those are fun.
It's a fun premise. There's nothing bad about this idea.
I hope not.
No, it's too late now because
I've done it so many times.
And yesterday. So yesterday's was we were chatting, and I do these trips to Germany frequently, and one of the artists there is an artist called Marlena, and I did an album with her last year, and so I chatted with her. I think I was there, and I chatted with her, and I was like, "Hey, I want to do one of these mix challenge things with one of your songs." And so we took one of her more simple and more short in length songs, because hers get very deep and long and convoluted. So I don't know how it was, 10 tracks of stuff,
something like that. Yeah.
And so I stemmed it out, and we let everybody download it and mix it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we popped on from Germany. I was with her, and we popped on and said, "Hey, everybody, we're so excited to hear your mixes."
Yeah,
and it was kind of fun. All that to say, yesterday, you and I get on, and I think we had like 17 versions of this song to listen through.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I've never been on the other end of that thing where this was something that I did 6-8 months ago and released. It's out, released, done. And then now I have 17 other people's interpretation of what I should have done better that I'm sitting there listening to.
I'm happy you see it this way.
Yeah, and it was a strange and surreal and humbling and other words type experience for me to sit and listen to 17 other people mix.
It's always it's weird when that happens.
And so the premise to me that came from that, the takeaway that started the conversation at breakfast was like, how much does, and I said it a couple of times yesterday in real time, like how much does a vocal reverb choice change the sound of the entire song? And because it's piano, so she played at my place we have the big Yamaha Grand. So she played that, and then she sings wonderfully, very unique, interesting, multi-textured, multi-octave voice thing. Very Amy Lee is a big one.
Yeah,
very Evanescence-y kind of quality and strength, and then the rest of it was just kind of synth stuff and a synth arrangement I built, and then we did live cello and live violin, and then the rest of it was synth. And so,
by the way, the background music right now is that song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
just trust me, it's there.
Okay.
Okay.
How does it sound?
It sounds pretty good.
Is it my mix or yours?
It's your mix.
Okay. So the voice is everything in this, and the piano is everything, because that's her contribution to the song. So when you change one of those two, which happened as people pulled up stems, the whole mix changed. Like the whole house tilts differently. And that was really interesting to me.
It doesn't take a lot, eh?
No, because when we're mixing ourselves alone in a room, we kind of make a decision and go with it.
Yes.
Or we try something else.
Yeah.
And we go, I'm trying this because, for a reason. But when it's just handed to you different, and you know it a different way, it's a real different experience.
It is. Totally. It is interesting, and especially that I remember that one song was like one song where the reverb was very different than all the other mixes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is kind of a roomy approach.
Yes.
A roomy type of short reverb and kind of hunky a bit on edges. Just like, but it changed the whole tone of the song. And this is what caught our attention
it was
at this point.
It was kind of a warm room.
And it wasn't bad. It was like, it's not a good or bad thing.
It was just a lot of warm room on the vocal.
Yes.
Which then makes the whole mix sound different.
Definitely.
And the whole mix sounded warmer.
Yes. There's elements in the mix like that, like vocals, kick, snare, that whatever you add on those elements can jeopardize or enhance the whole mix. And will definitely bring like the character or the color of the mix as far as tone goes anyways.
Yeah, and the piano.
Yes.
So that piano, I did it with a couple, I think it was, there's some Coles and some Royers, and it was very ribbony because this C7 that I have was heavily modified by a previous studio.
Is that the one you stole from a.
You know how hard it is to steal an 8-foot piano?
I know.
I'm telling you.
I know. So
Even
that's
for an
why I'm like,
experienced criminal like me.
all power to you, man.
Yeah,
if you
that
did.
was a tricky one. I actually did kind of steal it. Like
Like you stole my gear when you came here with the
different
Audient stuff.
No, so this place, it was out in Ontario, outside Toronto.
No
It was
way.
a beautiful studio. And when Julie and I first got married, we lived, that's where she's from, Toronto. So we lived there for a bit.
Okay.
And we were going to start our world there. We started building a studio there. And we bought
Yeah.
some property there. And we were going to do life. And during that kind of year, we just decided, every time we visited out west out here, I'm like, the sky and
I
the
know.
thing and the mountains and
know.
the lakes and the trees and the. So anyway, but while we were there, a buddy of mine called and he goes, hey, there's this studio, like fire sailing equipment, like it's gone under. And so I was like, all right. So I head over to the studio and it was like this beautiful, they had built this entire studio, multiple booths, control room, everything around this piano. This piano was the center room, was the piano room. And this beautiful lady, and she loved this piano, beautiful British lady. She had a techs out, they tore the soundboard out, they tore the hammers out one time, they restrung it 3 times. People came out from like Japan to this Yamaha. Anyways, so I walk into the studio and like they're selling mics and I bought some stuff. I bought a GML pre and a couple things while I was there. And then I just sat at this piano and it's like, I played one chord and I just go, how much for the piano?
No way.
And she goes, I can't sell the piano. Like, this is my heart, or whatever she said.
So this is when you stole it.
And yeah. So she goes, I can't sell the piano. It's like my heart. And I go, my exact line was, you're selling the doors. Like, let me know when you need to sell the piano. I think I said it with love. I was like, when you're selling the doors, like, this is the most valuable, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so a few weeks later, she called and she's like, I can't, I have to. And so I stole the piano. I said, I'll be over this afternoon. Let me find somebody to help me. And that was it. So then it came out and it's here in Calgary now.
Wow.
And anyway, it's a beautiful piano. All that to say, this piano, when you EQ it, you can change it. Like that piano, kind of bright with the ribbons. It just, instruments that are very EQable.
Mm-hmm.
And it is one of those.
Okay.
So I heard that a couple of times yesterday too, where people would pull out some like 1K string or the warmth or the...
Sure.
And so that right from the beginning sets the basis.
It's funny because on my end, I found that the piano sounded great as it was.
Yeah, your mix was very neutral on the piano.
Yeah. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Little tweaks on the mid-range, but very tiny.
Yeah.
But it's pretty natural.
Yeah.
But it sounded great.
And there was one that was very bright.
Yes.
I remember there was one guy just brightened it right up and it just changes the whole song.
Yeah, it does. It does, yeah.
not
Because it's a
wrong.
main element of the song.
Yeah.
In that production. It was like mainly piano and vocal.
Yeah.
And the rest is like bonus.
Yes.
And there's a lot of stuff going on, like
There's a lot of-
sub bass and all that was cool when you get into the second verse or in between, just before the second verse.
Yeah.
There's like that bass that comes
Right on
in,
that.
like,
It's an emotional line.
it's like a massage.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
The whoo.
That made me
I like
happy.
those. I like those. I like those. And the cello.
Oh, the cello was great.
Andrea's cello.
The violin and the cello together is like,
just weepily beautiful.
yeah. So yeah, I'll leave the link in the show notes
Okay.
if you want to go and listen to that song, the
Yeah,
original
just
version.
yeah,
the released one.
Yeah. Or the guy that put delay,
Yes.
a
yes.
timed delay on the piano.
Yeah.
That was super
I
interesting.
think it was Stefan.
Yeah.
That was good. That
Right
was
from the
fun.
beginning,
That
it was like a
very
timed
cool.
delay.
It was funny because I felt okay. It caught me by surprise. At first, because remember, at first, like you're with the
You
strain and
asked
stuff
if
with
my
OBS.
talkback was still on.
Yeah, it's like because at first it was,
Yeah.
and then you managed that on your end. But at some point, like, okay, is Steve's talkback still going
You asked
off?
me,
What's
like,
happening?
is your mic
yeah,
on?
did I?
And then I text you. I'm like, this is an effect and it's cool, or something. I set you on like under the camera to your
So
phone.
it's on the piano.
It was cool, and it kind of gave it like an EDM kind of rhythm.
Yeah, but Stefan is a electronic music
Yeah.
guy, so. And this is what I like about these types of feedbacks. You put a song out in the open, they all mix the same song, and you have like 15, 17 people coming out with their own perspective, their own taste, their own vision of what the song should sound
Yeah.
like, and this is where you have like kind of different approaches and different type of surprises like that, like the delay on the piano, for example, or that roomy reverb on that vocal that changed the whole the whole tone, or even Chaz, he brought that vocal a bit more vintage-like. He filtered out a bit,
The whole mix was vintage.
like very mid-range focused.
It was
but
interesting.
it sounded great.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It was very analog.
And that's the first thing I did.
Where some people were very digital.
His was very analog sounding.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
and from a track standpoint, it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Like her voice has a really high end, like kind of sheen to it
Mm-hmm.
that you can tame down or let it go. Same with the piano. Piano can be bright or warm. So yeah, he took just the warm approach to the whole thing. It was neat. And then less stereo. He brought it all kind of intimate. So
Yeah,
it is.
It was fine. It was different. Love it.
It's neat. And to your thing you were just saying, like how much of our own, like what makes us happy comes out in our mixes. Right? Like there was one I was like, man, those are the best sounding strings of the day. And you're like, yep, that's what he does. Whoever that was.
Exactly.
He's an orchestra guy.
Jean Roy, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that he just did a thing to the strings that just sounded right. Because that's his mind, right?
Exactly. That's
And
what
so,
he focuses on.
And some mixers are really good at walls of guitar sound, and some are better at drums. And so, yeah, it is interesting.
It is. But what actually I got out of that session, it was out of 17 mixes, there was not necessarily like a bad mix. Okay. So all mixes were not like miles away from each other.
Right.
They were all kind of in the same ballpark of it's a good mix type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Which makes me think, like compared to when we do other sessions where, okay, some mixes that we listen to need a bit more work and some are pretty good. So it's a bit more broad. Okay. But now with the same tracks, people mixing the same tracks, now we're getting more closer to each other. So what does that mean?
Well, the two answers are everybody's getting better, which is one option.
It's part of the game for sure.
The curve.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those names are familiar.
Yes.
And so like over the year, whatever, I've been doing this with you, like I've been watching these names just improve in their instinctual moves combined with what does Source Tracks do.
Yes.
Right? And so they were a bit cornered on this one because everything was just clean and organized and
sounded great to begin with.
And you can only go so far before they start to sound wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So the more you have to repair a track and bring it somewhere, that's when you have options to bring it different places. But if I just hand you a beautiful, beautiful steak, like what do you do? Right? If you're a good cook, you season it a touch. Just a touch, a little salt,
need to do more than that.
A little pepper, and away you go. Let the meat be the meat, right? If I bring you crap meat, you're barbecue sauce, and like ketchup and barbecue. So there's a bit of that there too.
You beat it before you cook it, to tender it.
Yeah, where she's just a good singer with a good voice, and the piano's the piano, and the strings were the strings, and so that was. So I think that combination.
Yeah. No, improvement is part of the package for sure.
I think that's the 1-2 punch there.
But the fact that they were well recorded tracks, the arrangement is good,
the song is good,
performance is good, and the song is good. So you have all of the above. That combination that has been done right.
Yeah.
So when you get to the mixing stage, it's like the song mixes itself.
Yeah.
We hear that.
Yeah,
That's saying a lot, So. But, and I remember like reading a lot of comments back in the day, when people's watching like CLA or those big masters mixing songs, mixing music, and people were like, but that's not fair because the tracks they get they sound so good already. It's like it's easy for them to mix a song. You know what? Maybe you have an answer of your big question on how can I make my mixes sound better, So maybe the problem, like in your case, might be, prior to the mixing stage, where you need to put a bit more focus on to bring those tracks to sound as good as it can, before you start mixing.
And speed.
And speed too.
They mix faster.
They do.
But
they know their gear, they know their plug-in.
But I'm saying, tracked things mix faster.
Yes.
Because you're not repairing, You're not
it
doesn't take
spending
7 EQs on a guitar.
Yeah.
When it sounds good, it's like the piano. You just turn it up, right?
And that's it.
That's the piano.
That's it. A lot of times when, like for home studio productions, and I did that a lot, where you spend half of the mixing time just fixing stuff.
Yeah, I think that's next week's topic.
Is
for
it?
2 weeks. That's coming up. How many effects go on how many plugins go on your whatever chain?
Yeah,
I remember that one.
yeah.
I remember that one
Okay.
coming up. But that's it, right? Like
Yeah.
how many? And that's kind of the answer is how many do you need?
So yeah, you want to avoid fixing. Like for me, anyways. I want to fix stuff when I need to. It's
Yeah.
there. I have the tools.
Yeah.
Fine. But my goal when I record, when I produce, I want to make sure I record the best tracks possible.
And not over mixing. So like her voice in this song, she's singing about the loss of a friend, and her voice is actually cracking, and we actually did it in one take, and it was like the breathing and that's the stuff and the slightly out of tune bits that I didn't tune or whatever. Like that's all stuff that's there. And so you're being sent somewhere by that track, right?
Yes,
the
for sure.
imperfections in that track, but well recorded. It's like it's guiding you to.
Yeah.
You can only do so much to that.
But you know what?
Before
Like
you-
on my end, I completely ignore those imperfections. Like they were part of the song. Like,
Yep.
I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tweak around with pitch correction. So it was none.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk more about that.
But that
process
idea
on the next one.
of that vocal guiding you somewhere as a group
Yeah,
says something,
for sure.
right? About an artist or about whatever that you feel it feels irreverent to do too
Yeah,
much,
yeah, yeah.
right? So there's something to that as well.
Yeah, so that was quite interesting. So what I might take all of that is improvement for sure. These people, like these guys, have been with me, like, and with us, because you jump once in a while, and like for years.
Yeah.
A lot of them have been there like for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I can hear the improvement.
'Cause,
the
even
journey they went through, and where they're at right now, and this is exciting. But again, I'm going to repeat it. Good recording, a good song, good performance is going to help you well on the mixing stage for sure.
And those two might go together, where
Always.
those their learnings have taught them to appreciate the recordings they were given.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us at the beginning just oversalt. We put barbecue sauce on everything. And so there might be something there where those two are working well together.
For sure. Because we did some challenges
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, with other productions that were also good songs, well produced and recorded. But then the amount of like the mixes weren't that close and not necessarily all in the same ballpark. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
In
neat.
that end for sure.
That's neat. So I guess, is there a takeaway to land this thing? Appreciate the stems you've been handed
Yeah.
as you go. That's a big one.
Mix the song.
Mix the song.
Kind of understand what the song is about.
Yeah, don't mix to mix.
Don't mix to mix.
Mix the song.
It makes the song for what it is.
And that's the mature mix approach.
And that's what we got yesterday with all those mixes. Mature mixes.
Mature mixes.
Mature. Is that a way? Is that a way to
Led
say
by
it?
a couple of mature fellas.
There you go.
Well, should we do one of your pivots to the question?
Let's go to the question. You have a question listed here?
So this one came from
Call him Mike.
Mike. We'll call him Mike. Mickey Mitchie Elp.
It's off YouTube. So it's like
LP.
it's the account name.
Yeah, at somebody. So this person at somebody said, "Can you go deeper?" Because we did that episode on automation, and one of the things we spoke about during automation was pre and post, and how it relates
Because we
to
had a
automation.
question about that. Yeah, something like
And
that.
so we're being asked to go deeper with the pre and post fader aspect of automation.
Okay.
So I think it's a huge part of automating with precision. Thanks, which is a good point.
It is.
So yeah, are you more precise to do this pre or post, and where are your faders moving whilst automating? Is a fair question.
It is.
So, for example, we know as somebody who's done this for 4 weeks now, and you who's done this for longer.
Man, already 4 weeks.
Time's flying, man.
It's been 3 weeks for so long.
It's flying.
Now it's 4.
You're a grandpa, so slow down. Slow down talking about time over there, buddy.
Good point.
So if I put a bunch of junk on my lead vocal track, and then I want to automate that to a reverb, I typically want all the junk on my track, EQ, compression, all those decisions to go with that to the reverb,
Yeah.
which would make it post fade.
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
So,
So far, so good.
right. Would there ever be a time when I don't want that is my question. When would you pre-fade whilst automating?
Never.
I agree.
Because I would bus two channels together and automate that channel, for example, with parallel compression.
Yeah.
So let's say I have like a compressor with saturation on an effects channel, and I feed my vocal into that track as a sand effect. I would keep, at this point, it doesn't matter if it's pre or post because I'm not going to touch my main vocal fader for automation. Anyways, so I'm just going to bus those two channels into a group and or a VCA, whatever, and but then if it's in a VCA, I need to keep it pre-fader. That would be the only case.
But we don't care about VCAs.
Some people do. Sometimes I do use VCAs.
Oh.
But most of the time, I will use a group.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if you ask me about that one
Yes.
situation where pre would be
Okay.
using a VCA.
Drums.
Yes.
I've got 12 drum tracks.
Yes.
And they're doing stuff.
Yes.
Pre or post? Do any of those go pre?
No, because again, I just like end up.
I can't think of a time.
Yeah.
My hamster's running on his wheel, and I can't think of a time when pre-fade sends. Okay. So here's one.
Okay, go ahead.
So I've got my, but then it doesn't matter because I'm not moving them. I was going to say, if I've got a bunch of drum tracks and my snares are going to the reverb, but everything's being collected to the thing that's being automated, right? So my 12 drums typically don't get automated. They just do a thing. And then by the time it sounds great, now I'm just automating like
The drums.
the drum bus.
Yeah. This is usually what I do.
But then none of them are pre-fader anyway because I'm not moving them.
Okay, so what if you need to bring down the kick drum?
And I turn the kick drum down.
Okay, but then it's going to affect everything else that is where you send a signal to.
But I want it to do that because that's what I'm hearing anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm listening and I go, the kick's too loud, then I want to turn it down and hear less kick.
Yeah, but again, with the relationship between, let's say the kick goes into a parallel compression channel with the snare on that same compressor channel. If you bring down the kick drum with the post fader, now you kind of break that relationship between those ends.
It's so early. Can I drink? It's like we just had breakfast. I know.
I know. And
I feel like some rum would help this. I'll have this done. I'll have this done in 2 sips.
I'm just trying to be smarter than you.
This is a 2-sip conversation. How about this? How about
but I have an answer.
Okay, go.
But I have an answer.
Go.
You know, like honestly, even if you break that relationship once in a while, does it really matter?
No.
Because if
Just
like
keep it moving.
so for that kick drum, for example, if I bring it down a dB or so, and I break by 1 dB that relationship between that compressor, for example, on a reverb it doesn't matter, but for a compressor, does it really matter?
And what?
I don't think it matters much.
Yes, I agree.
I don't think it matters much.
Me neither.
Okay, so if you want to be a purist, maybe.
Then you're just on the wrong podcast,
Probably.
watching the wrong people.
Probably, yeah. No, the only time I'm
about rum
gonna
at 10:30.
the only time I'm going to pay attention to that thing about breaking that relationship is, if there's a lot of automation going on, like on the vocal and stuff. You know, and then I'm going to just drive the bus, and that's
We're
it.
so far in the weeds.
Hey man, you asked for it, man.
Okay, here's my solution. I think I know my mom's not watching, but if you are watching, please give us the answer.
We're waiting, man. We're waiting, Mom.
When would you use pre-fade in an automation situation? And over to you.